Glaciers are essentially the Earth's refrigerator. They've been around for thousands of years, but this week there was a funeral for 15 glaciers that have disappeared or are in critical danger as the planet continues to heat up. July marked the 14th consecutive month of record high global temperatures, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, better known as NOAA. Areas like the Arctic region are enduring temperatures 30 to 40 degrees higher than normal, leading to scenes like this where glaciers are melting away. CBS News national correspondent Dave Malkoff joins us now from Atlanta to explain this glacier epidemic. And we know that, Dave, you love glaciers, you understand glacier funerals. Talk to us about what exactly is a glacier funeral.
It's really hard to think about this, Lana, because scientists from Rice University and all over the world, they're trying to bring some attention to this by putting on this glacier funeral for 6 glaciers that have completely disappeared in the world and others that will soon have a death date on their headstone. This was outside of Reykjavik. These tombstones are actually made by an Icelandic artist, and he carved them out of ice. And just like many of those glaciers on the list, those ice sculptures are now gone. They have already melted away. They will soon have a death date on them for some of those glaciers that are critically endangered. Now, this was the second time this has happened. 5 years ago, I was in Iceland for the same time when they had the first funeral for the Ökjökull Glacier, better known as the OK Glacier. They hiked up to the top of a mountain that's basically just rocks there, Lana, and they put a metal plaque there that if people hike there in the future, they will know a glacier used to be here at some point.
Talk to us about how a glacier dies.
Well, it's because of heat. And due to climate change, glaciers are melting away to just the rocks that have been hidden away under them for thousands of years. Just last year, we had the hottest year on record. Temperatures have been rising steadily since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution in the late 1700s, when we started burning fossil fuels en masse. And that is what's causing all this heating to happen. So when the heating happens at the top of the world and at these places where the glaciers are, well, that is what melts the glaciers away. And I just want to just make one thing perfectly clear, that we're talking about land-based ice here. So it's not sea ice. So when this land-based ice goes into the ocean, that's where the sea level rise comes from. So this is not just an Icelandic story or a Norwegian story or a story about the Ganges or the Alps or anything. This is a story that will affect all of us. It's an American story.
Yeah, and Dave, you and I were talking before about glaciers and other glaciers that we had visited before we actually did this segment, because what happened in Reykjavik, it was hauntingly beautiful, these headstones for glaciers. Talk to our viewers about how widespread actually these glacier deaths are, because as you say, the impact is absolutely global.
Yeah, it's all over the world. Take a look at this live map here that they have up on the website. You can see where these glaciers are. They're not just on the poles. They are on every single continent of the Earth, except for Australia. There is one in New Zealand, but there are places like Colombia that are losing their glaciers. I was talking to scientists last night, and they were telling me that the entire continent of Africa will lose its glacial ice in the next 10 to 15 years. And glaciologists are just starting to get a handle on how many glaciers there are. There's something about 130,000 that remain all around the world. But every single one of those is in some kind of danger. And there are 8,000 glaciers that have disappeared in just China alone over the past 30 years. And Lana, to put a finer point on this, I know that you've been to glaciers on the top of the world and on the bottom of the world, but this isn't just a list, it's a set of stories that will affect us all. And I don't even know if you can explain what a glacier is until you stand on top of it.
Yeah, all right. Dave Malkoff in Atlanta. Thank you, Dave.